Well, welcome to the Complete Nonsense Podcast. I want to pre-apologize for anything that we may say that may piss you off or offend you. If it does, please call your friends, tell them to get on, and listen to what these fucking idiots are saying. Comment, hit that subscribe. We want to hear your opinion, but not really. We need the money. Let's begin. There you go.
And we're back with another episode of Complete Nonsense, motherfuckers.
Look at this. Oh, I pull the hat up or down. I can create the. I can change the shadow. Nice. Look who's staying with the room with us. Let's hear it for Staxx.
Hey y'all.
Yeah. There you go. That's fun. That's fun. And Dees, how you feeling today?
Feel good.
Feeling good? You looking good? It was a tough week, long week.
Long week, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sherpa, how we doing over there?
Cooking, man.
Good.
Rock
You
and
know,
roll.
nice. See, you can always feel when the lights go on, the energy comes up.
Yeah.
So I have some exciting stuff. First, we're gonna do some housekeeping, as I always do in the beginning of these shows. Yeah. Is somebody printing
Yeah, what was
something?
that sound? I think
Who
your
the
printer
fuck-
just went, dude.
Why is Cece printing in the middle of our show?
I don't think it's her. I think
That's
it's,
100% her.
it's Mr. Munch.
There's somebody printing shit in
this
the
house
middle
is-
of our show.
This production.
Who put a printer in the
odd.
podcast studio?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, look, do you see that? You can see Mustang
And
Drive.
family photos.
Look at that Mustang Drive.
It's a weird podcast. studio.
Mustang Drive is a house that we owned as a child up in Pennsylvania that I would love to go back to, which you and I have discussed because you're from Pennsylvania.
Right.
But you didn't know the name of my town, right? You did not know Hemlock Farms.
No,
Okay. Lord's Valley?
no.
And I know somebody that lives in. I told you I have a friend of mine from our childhood that actually lives there now. So we could take a road trip up there. That's all I know. It's called Hemlock Farm. Like, that's the
To
address.
Lord's Valley.
Yeah, Lord's Valley is like, you would know
What's it
Pennsylvania. Allentown.
By
Were you anywhere near Allentown?
No.
Milford. Do you know these towns that I'm saying?
Yes, I've heard.
Okay.
I know Allentown.
Okay.
Milford, I've heard of.
Charles
Okay.
Street.
I
Is it-
was right in between Johnstown and Altoona.
Buford.
See, I don't know any of those. Are they southern, northern?
Pittsburgh. Do you know where
okay.
Pittsburgh
Yeah,
is?
that I do know.
Miami.
Yeah,
How far away were you from Pittsburgh?
very far.
Okay,
Yeah.
we were on opposite ends.
Okay, because
Gotcha.
isn't Pittsburgh more towards Ohio?
Yes.
Florida.
Okay, yeah. These ones were more towards New York.
Oh yeah,
I-
we were
does-
on opposite sides.
Does Pennsylvania even touch? It doesn't touch. My geography's way off.
Not
Could you
without
tell
permission.
us?
It does,
Yeah, it does.
doesn't it?
I don't know. Can you, Sherpa? Could you give us a quick map of the
Can you,
state?
It
can you just
does.
pop it up? Put your globe up.
Yeah, does it?
What's right above Pennsylvania? New York.
It is above? Okay. I thought Jersey's somewhere in that quadrant because Jersey and New York are next to each other.
Maine.
And then Connecticut's next. How many states does New York touch? Because
Pennsylvania's kind of long and
it's very
flat.
long. Yeah. It's
So
like
I know it
it's like a
touches like
rectangle.
West Virginia. It
Does it?
touches.
I fucking feel like we're in geography class.
As we should be, guy.
Pennsylvania is bordered by 6 states: New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, West Virginia, and Ohio.
Look at that.
Nice.
I knew it was next to Ohio. That
Podcast
one I knew.
land.
Nice. Fantastic. So yeah, it would take us 3 hours to get from Long Island at that time up to this place that we had the house in Hemlock Farms. So that was like a week every Friday during the summer. We would take off up to the summer home, and then we'd stay there pretty much like usually a month and a half. So that's cool. So I got some exciting news. Let's do some housekeeping. First of all, I want to address Sherpa because Sherpa just made a statement to me. He said, we always learn something about Sherpa. So let's learn about Sherpa moment. He
learn
says
about
to me,
Sherpa.
hey, you got your shirt on? What shirt you got on today? Now, we do multiple podcasts on multiple nights. We all know that. We have done 1 and 2 shows.
Yeah.
So instead of him, I've never changed between the shows. And he called me out on the shirt. She called me out on the shirt last week, saying I keep wearing the same shirt. But you know that if we do multiple shows on one night, here we are. I have the same shirt on.
No, bro, you wear the same shirt on different weeks. You
I
wear the
understand that.
same
True. Yeah,
shirt
that's
over
a
and
true
over
statement.
and over again.
I'm not debating that.
Yeah.
But the illusion is if we were to do 2 shows in one night,
There's no illusion. That's what you do.
follow me. Just follow me for a minute.
You're just trying to keep people guessing.
We're not. Yeah, we don't even know. They don't have to guess because if they see this shirt this week and we do another show, let's say we're not gonna do one tonight. Staxx is telling me now she's tired. But if we did a second showtime, I would have the same fucking shirt on.
Yeah, but he's
and it would
saying
be in
that,
2 weeks.
people think it's a rerun.
Nobody thinks that. Oh, by the way, welcome to episode 46.
You can change your hair sometimes.
46.
47.
Is it 47? Yes, see, we do have it in
47.
here. So yeah, that's the first thing I want to address, the fact that I can't have the same shirt on Podcast Land because sometimes in one night we will do multiple shows and it'll go over multiple weeks. So yes, you may see the same shirt.
And
they're
his
printing
printer,
again.
and he's printing things. And he has 4
it's
shirts that really just accentuate his physique. And
Yes.
he really
Two
loves
suits.
those
I
4
appreciate
shirts.
Two
that.
new suits.
Yeah,
I appreciate
they're
that.
black
And blue.
they're black and
Or
they're tight on the
Ozempic.
arms.
How do we come to my shirts when this guy, the Dees, is always at a funeral? He has never changed a black shirt. Do you own
baby.
another color?
Black is
No, I didn't. I
slimming.
never noticed. I think he always has a different shirt on though. Like the
Yeah.
one right now
No,
has a
yeah.
little fish logo.
I
on
have
it.
my jerseys on.
Yeah, I think he has more than 4
He has-
shirts in
Yeah,
his
yeah.
closet.
He has 5.
yeah.
He has 5 and they're all black.
yeah.
The guy's the Reaper.
I wear blue.
At least I got
I see
like
you wear blue.
Taylor.
Yeah, you
I
switch
got,
it up.
well, that's
I
your
looked
lighting
tropic
shit.
last time.
Yeah.
Like I was on a fucking beach in this podcast.
Erin enjoyed the podcast. She said it was great. She sent me a text today and said she had a great time and she is looking forward to doing it again.
Yeah.
She said that she's been putting it out there. I mean, it got some views today already. I mean, usually it takes a couple of days.
Yeah.
What I can, and Sherpa and I were talking today, I just don't get how we could have 4,000 views on one reel on TikTok or excuse me, on YouTube. And then the next day I put up one and I put up the Internet Lies one,
Right.
About the 2 dudes and it got
Right.
10. It
Yeah.
doesn't make any, there's no rhyme or
But it
reason
also
to
is probably
this shit.
attached to the views it's had before it hit the show. I'm sure.
The what?
The views it had before it hit the show. I mean, it was already, I think, going viral.
Oh, you mean the 2
Yeah,
dudes in a wheelchair?
yeah.
But then why do we only get 10
They
views?
probably attached that to, I don't know.
I mean, the previous reel is at 2,400, right? And that's the one about Sister Fury, my sister being angry when
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
like, "I'll fuck that librarian up" and shit like
Right.
that. And then the next one, the next day only has 10 views. And then the one after that, where I said listening or winning, had 2 views.
There's no answers, bro. If somebody could answer that question,
Please.
then they would have to be millionaires. They wouldn't
Why?
be here question because if you can figure the algorithm out, then what's the need for even doing? You just dial into what the algorithm's eating up.
And then if
There's
we get,
got to be guys who know it though. No?
if we get a
Is
new,
there though?
I don't know.
No,
don't think
everybody
so?
says the same thing. It just takes a long time. You just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. There's no real rhyme or reason.
But then as I said to you the other
They
day,
say that you have to change your shirt. Every episode.
if we get a lot of views, he can actually buy new shirts.
no, I'm not buying. I'm not buying any new shirts. And I'll motherfucking wear the same shirt for the rest of our fucking venture
Well,
until this is
Or
falling
you can
off.
watch a rerun.
Yeah. That you see again. What you're saying is kind of like what I've been experiencing when I fell into the hole last night of following the physics guys, where there's this Professor Clark and this Neil deGrasse that have this channel that it's called like Astrophysics, and because there really is no explanation. My niece, shout out to Ashley, she has like maybe 30 videos on her TikTok, and one has 25,000 plays,
Yeah.
and it's a mountain.
It all comes
mountain.
into the trend of that.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's a trend.
We should figure that out.
We have one that has
we do. have one.
200,000.
You have 200,000, but then you have ones next to it that have 200.
Yeah.
That's the mystery of what
We were funny
how-
one time.
Yeah. 200, like you just wonder how
we did that when
did-
it was trending.
Yeah, it was trending.
So-
And then we made our own trend.
But I have noticed that I put out like I keep watching all the videos that like I don't know how you're doing. I know you're on TikTok and stuff a lot. You don't really do it that much. You're gambling. So what happens? No, you're not. I mean, am I lying?
I won 115 off $3 today.
115 off a $3 bet. How about that shit? So I just wonder, like, I look at the TikToks, so as I'm scrolling through, I'll stop on the TikToks, right? And I will look at what people are writing. So I see now like FYP is real big, trending viral viral videos.
There's
That's
always a new trick.
FYP is for your page.
for your
Yeah.
For you
what?
page.
Oh, for your page. I thought it was
For you page.
for you page. I thought it was for your pleasure.
No.
I didn't know. Fuck, I didn't know. So I just
I
kept
thought
doing
it was for your parents.
It's an only van.
Yeah.
How about SMH? Do you know what SMH means?
Well, that's
Shaking my
Shaking my
head.
but that's-
head.
I always thought it was so much hate
Did you really?
for like ever.
I knew SMH, but that was like
Somebody heard.
Yeah.
I literally thought for your pleasure.
No, it has something like when you go on there, I believe, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
your page is all the stuff it shoots towards you.
Okay, boomer. No.
Yeah. Second oldest in this room.
I'm just.
That's funny.
On our wooden phone.
Yeah. How
It's
about
fucking like this big.
that you carry around with the antenna and shit that you have to plug into your car and then take it out of your car, you know? Yeah, everybody thought they were
She's
real
a time
cool.
traveler.
Yeah. According to Degrassi and the other guy, there is no, you can go forward, you couldn't go backwards. I was on until 3:00 in the morning. Like you can, if you had a spaceship fast enough to hit the Andromeda Galaxy, you could get there in a minute, right? But by the time you got back, it'd be 4 million years. That blows your fucking mind.
Yeah.
The fact that there's 200 trillion stars, okay, in just our satellite, all right, in our Milky Way, and each one of them has planets. That's fucking way beyond our comprehension. And then this is the mind blower. Maybe you guys knew this, and I didn't. Okay, learned it last night. Stars we're looking at are already dead. There are certain stars that it takes the light that long to get to us that those stars died a couple million years ago. So that light we're seeing isn't even a real star at this point. That's fucking mind blowing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe there's somebody on it.
Stars?
Maybe.
Yeah, don't know. We'll never know.
Never know.
They really believe that we are. They think we're alone. These guys all say, like, these physicists really believe that we're alone.
You can't believe that. I mean,
I do.
That's crazy.
I understand. Why?
You think there's nobody else out in the universe?
do.
I don't think so.
I do. I mean, I do. I can't imagine there are.
You see all the TikTok videos of all the aliens running around? I'm sure they're real.
Yeah. If they came
They're all
here,
on steroids.
that was another. That was another thing that the guy addressed, and again, super cool. He is. I think I sent one in, and if I didn't, I'll send one in now. He is like this English guy. He talks about like if there was an alien, same way, he'd have to come here. It would take him so long to get here because we're light years, right? We're light years from anything else outside.
They
Like,
have really fast spaceships.
yeah, and if they do, and he said
do.
by the time they'd go back
They go
there,
through time warps.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know what else I found? Again, the quick thing about it, the black hole. Inside a black hole, and I'm not going to even try to explain it how he did, but the bottom line is if you go into a black hole, you become
Wear a condom.
no no more time. No
Definitely
more
wear a
time.
condom.
No more time.
No more time.
What do you
No
mean?
more time.
There's no time?
No
Time
time in the black
stops?
hole. Yeah, time stops. So you would go into the black hole. There would be no light. It'd be nothing but complete darkness, and it would be waves, and you'd be stretched and put together, stretched and put together until you were just disintegrated into absolute. Because there is no light or energy in the whole. Time just completely stops. But mind blowing.
I go into a black hole Monday through Friday
This
from
guy.
8 a.m.
This
to
guy
5
goes.
The time
p.m.
doesn't stop. You just die.
Well, not time stops.
Time stops.
inside.
Not for
8 a.m.
us.
Friday morning.
Yeah.
I like
Monday morning.
Dee's take those. So what
Tuesday
happens
morning.
if you wear the condom?
Yeah. You're still gonna die. Time stops.
You will die immediately.
It stretches. Yeah, it goes different ways.
You wouldn't even. I couldn't even imagine.
You start to twitch.
I couldn't imagine a D's in a science class.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
Could you see this guy in a science class just trying to get any sort, like you did do science in that, right? I know you graduated high school and you graduated college
I
too.
passed.
You did 4 years in college.
No.
2 years.
No.
2 years, just general.
Yeah.
Just you come
I
out.
don't, yeah.
D's is like a scientist. You know, I don't know if you
I
know
am a
this, shirt, but
scientist.
this week we found out the D's is just don't mow their lawns.
So
You
ridiculous.
let the dogs out and they
No.
just
Let
the
mow it
dogs
down.
out.
I get a call.
These.
I get a call that we got a text the other day. You believe this shit? So somebody was walking the neighborhood and complained that the D's lawn is too high and it's all weeds. And the guy from the village, the city, came over and actually put his name on a piece of paper on D's door. And he claims, we're going to believe him, but he claims that he didn't know it, but he was
100%.
just so happy to go out. Even Staxx thought he was
So-
sorry.
So the story is.
So wait, hold on. Let me just finish. So he gets his thing, and all of a sudden he's out there. He's out there mowing the lawn.
But in his defense, he was going to mow it over the weekend. It rained.
Right.
That was the first time he had a chance to
Yeah.
mow it.
Okay.
Well, and first off, who ratted you out?
Well, no, get this. So
It can't be anonymous. They
I
have to put a
called.
name.
I know. I called.
Did they give you the name?
No.
It was anonymous.
I called the next day, and well, no, I'm sure he. I don't think he was in the office when
Yeah.
I talked to him.
But wait,
he wrote his cell phone down.
What's his name?
We want to call him.
not
I want to
saying.
call him. What do you mean?
Anyway,
JJ. I'll
JJ.
tell you. JJ Johnson.
So nice. He was so nice.
Triple J, dude.
Triple J. Would you not? If we did this on Sunday, bud, I was
Flying
gonna. We were gonna call him. And we were gonna say,
Triple
we were gonna say,
J,
JJ, could you tell us? Like, first, could they be
Let me
anonymous?
tell my story.
Yeah, quit interrupting.
So I called him and I said, "Look, we
Sorry.
got this notice."
Sorry, the host is talking. Go ahead.
We're gonna send JJ
Why are
over
we
here,
even
you
here
little
then?
bitch.
He was so nice. Don't cry. Go ahead. Tell us
so
about
annoying.
JJ Johnson. He was so nice.
Triple J. for
Anyway,
short.
he said that whoever this was a walker that walks around our neighborhood and called in 15 properties.
A day walker, like they're on drugs.
Daywalker.
Oh, I know
yeah.
exactly who it is. Well,
Yeah.
I have it narrowed down to 3.
Yeah, Daywalker.
I'm gonna go trip them.
So the
Throw
thing
more-
was
throw
is
more
that my
garbage.
sprinkler system had broken, and my grass was dying. We knew that. We talked about it. I was gonna let it grow because we talked to a lawn guy who is a professional lawn guy. Says to let it grow as fast, as much as you can, which I did. And it came into where it started raining last week. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let it rain and then I'm gonna mow it.
Yeah.
So about Thursday, I come out. I'm like, all right. And we talked about it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get out there and just mow it. She's like, oh, he's trying to get out, not picking up my daughter. But I was like, no, I'm just going to.
Now he's giving the family problems.
Yeah.
He's going back.
So I go out there and I mow the grass.
That's why you
not
need a
even,
host.
not even thinking about it. Staxx comes out and she's got this paper. She's like, we got a complaint on. Is that why you're mowing the grass? And I'm like, first of all,
Yes,
who
it
the
is.
fuck's
I need a beer.
complaining? Who the fuck's complaining
would've
that
thought.
my grass has weeds? Like at what
What
fucking point? There's a fucking excavator across the street with a boat and a semi across the street that could pull the trailer out from the boat to get to the my weed is the problem. I mean, come on, man. We don't even live in an HOA. This is why I can't stand.
I will say.
Mind your business, stay in your
But
lane.
none of that is a
Relevant.
problem.
None of it's relevant. If they said
It's
something,
100% relevant.
No,
100% relevant. If
not.
somebody's going to say
Wait,
they had weeds on
well,
the property and there's
before you're-
people across the street that got other things going on that is not
that-
compliant.
But it would be relevant. It would be relevant there if they were the ones that called on you.
What are you talking about?
I'm
Somebody called on me
explaining
about weeds in my property.
We're not disagreeing that that's bullshit.
Okay,
All right,
but I'm
Let's get
saying
this shit straight.
that there's a lot of things that could have called on, but there's
Sure.
weeds in my property.
But we
Correct.
don't want to start the domino rat effect. We don't
No,
want
we
to.
would
No,
not.
I'm not ratting anybody out.
we just did. We just did.
We did not because
we
we
did.
don't care about any
We're
of
not
that.
gonna edit it. Well, he
No, I'm
did.
not editing anything.
he
I'm
clearly-
telling you straight up. I got
he
weeds on my
cleared-
property, and they got an excavator, and they got fucking semis, and they got fucking people riding down the street 100 fucking miles an hour. I'm not the fucking problem.
Yeah, that's
what I'm
sure.
saying.
Sure.
Yeah.
But all that is not the driving around.
You had more
100 miles
weeds
an
than me almost.
I believe I did.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Mine were higher. But I have.
Is
as
it
I
because
did-
you were next to the
I-
excavator and the other fucking semi across the street?
Probably.
Is that what we're doing?
Well, it was probably. But they're
Okay.
not the ones who called you.
Who says that? I don't want them to get in trouble. I'm just saying the
Well,
person who's
if
looking
you-
at it called on me for weeds, but they didn't want to call on anybody else that's having problems.
Yeah.
I don't care that they don't call because I don't call on anybody at my own business. It doesn't bother me at all. I could care less. But wait, 20 years you hadn't had a complaint? And because we let our grass grow a little long,
Well,
they called complaint on us?
You would hope.
Fucking ridiculous podcast land.
You would hope that
Fucking
you weren't
ridiculous.
called more than once. Look at poor Staxx. She is just like, what
What?
did he just? I agree with him on certain aspects. The fact that who's calling on you?
Probably
It
you.
wasn't. I wish I did.
100% probably him.
I need
He
some
said
content
it was-
for the pod.
He said it was
God, I
someone
wish
that
I
walks
would've.
around the neighborhood.
Bro, I wish
Oh, yeah.
I would have.
Well, I don't even care. You didn't hurt me.
And if
but
I,
just don't
yeah,
understand.
of course it wouldn't hurt you. If I did call, I would tell JJ to call them and say your neighbor across the street called on your problem. I was hoping that whoever did did it. I was hoping as he just speaks of the excavator people, I was hoping that they don't like us that much, that they know we're all friends, that they were like, hey man, this is AC and I am living across the street from weeds. And then he would catch wind of that and we'd be like, what the fuck are they talking about? That would have been funny.
I'm not saying
they
I
didn't
care
do
that
it,
they
yeah.
get in trouble. I'm saying that if you walk down the street, there's like a scene,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
There's a scene of your weeds, my weeds, an excavator, a semi,
Naked
guy speeding
people.
down the. Yeah, I mean, at what fucking point you're like, you
That
are the
guy.
problem. That's the issue I had. But I don't fucking care. You do
We
what you
don't
want.
care what anyone does.
What did Triple J have to say?
He said,
he
you
said-
mow your lawn.
No, what
he
did he
did
really
not.
say?
Spray
He
for
said-
weeds,
he
bitch.
said-
Spray the weeds.
He said technically we weren't out of compliance.
No.
He was just trying to appease whatever this busybody is who apparently causes a lot of problems for the city.
See, now I have
So
a,
he put notices out.
I have
It's
a-
nosy
I have a
people.
problem with
nosy people.
if this guy, all right, this is where I'm gonna take it back for a minute. I have a problem with that comment that he made to you, for you, because it doesn't make sense. If he's trying to appease, he didn't want to have the conversation with you. Okay, he clearly didn't want to have a conversation because then he would have to either tell who did it or whatever the case may be, and he was afraid he would start neighbor wars, right?
already
But I
started
don't
it.
care.
And he
enough.
didn't really start it because he didn't tell you who did it.
We don't
So,
care enough that
wait,
even if
follow
we knew.
this. So he's just saying, he's like this. He's like, there were a bunch of people, which I'm sure there might have been other people in the neighborhood, but he says, I was just appeasing her, or him, whoever it was.
Yeah,
the
I don't know if he used the word appeasing, but he said,
right,
I left notes just to.
right, quieter.
Yeah.
But
Did
then
you-
again,
did you
is
get a
she
no?
following up? No, I should no.
you get a no?
But you see, this is where we're gonna fight because
Okay.
we were having a conversation about it the other day, and you're like, I said, yeah, my weeds were high, and you were like, no, man, you got grass. Your grass looks way better. But today you're saying I should have gone it for weeds.
I'm
No,
saying
that's
that.
not
I'm
what he's
saying
saying.
that.
That's what
I'm
he
saying
said.
that's not what I'm saying.
You just said
I'm
it.
saying
Roll
in
the
the
tape.
scene. I'm saying in the scene as you walk
Staxx
down the
is
street.
about-
You can't go in.
As you walk
I'm
down the
ready
street,
to-
I'm saying there's a whole scene
Yeah.
of your view
But you called my lawn
of
out.
this
He didn't
and
call your
that.
lawn.
I told you
and
you
that.
told me you liked my lawn.
Your lawn is beautiful.
Today you don't like my lawn. So wait, let's
Jesus.
get back to.
I
It's all
can't.
good fun. It's a
No.
podcast.
Yeah, what I
all
told
good
him
fun.
is that I had weeds and he knew I was letting it grow. I was just saying that
Where are you rolling
whoever
off to?
whoever called could have called on anybody.
Anybody.
Anybody is all I'm saying.
It's gonna look like the
Come
Homer.
back, come
It's gonna look
back.
like the
It's
Homer
so
Simpson
ridiculous.
into the bush.
I
So
can't even
that's
get a word
where.
out edgewise.
Yeah, you did good.
No, not really.
It was good.
Oh my
That
god,
was good, great.
This is so stressful.
I'm not stressed. Are you
I'm
stressed?
not stressed
You
at all.
Very
stressed too?
stressed.
Yeah, I'm not stressed.
I'm gonna get
So that's how
that
the
in my bag tomorrow.
Yeah, get in there.
You still haven't mowed your lawn. You still haven't
I
got
still
it.
haven't
yeah,
mowed lawn.
Yeah, even got a
I
compliance letter.
I want one.
I want
I was
it.
hoping I got one.
I was
last
hoping
night.
too.
You, call.
No,
You would never
I don't need to. There's
call.
other
I
people
would
that call
never.
for me.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully she walks by this weekend because I'm still not going to mow tomorrow.
Ever call on anybody?
Yeah,
No,
So
that's
stupid.
what I'm trying to say. Like,
Who would?
I
Who
stay
would?
in my lane. And the fact, whoever called, I mow other neighbors' lawns to help them out.
You do.
That's what I do.
You do.
I've
So-
been looking at houses in your all's ritzy neighborhoods. I'm going to stay in my little ghetto across the street. Nobody's calling on nobody.
They couldn't call. They don't in your neighborhood. There'll be only one guy that
They'll
would
get
probably
killed.
call on.
If
They just
go.
have chickens in the street
The
fighting.
chickens will attack, dude.
The guy on your corner that's built not the guy in the corner. The guy who has the RV out in front is the only guy that anybody would even say something to, right? The one that's on his like front lawn.
He
that's
cleaned
like
it
wide
up. He
oh,
cleaned
it's
it up.
gone.
No complaint needed.
Wow, I'm surprised they don't say shit about that over there,
Yeah.
right? They never said anything.
I'm done. I'm not moving into these neighborhoods. I thought
Yeah.
if you didn't have an HOA, you were safe,
don't-
but it doesn't
we
sound
No,
like
don't
that.
that's
have-
exactly
We
what I'm
don't
trying to
have
get
one.
at. That's
I've been
exactly
here
what I'm trying to
22
get at.
years and we've never had a problem.
That's what I'm saying. We tried to move at one point, and we love our house. Our house is great. It's a beautiful home. But we got into these houses, and you're like looking at it, and you're staring out the window onto a roof. Like, that's not the life we want to live.
Onto
So,
a
I
roof.
mean, so we're now not in HOA, but we're kind of in HOA.
Yeah.
I don't even understand that. Like that.
Yeah, the guy shouldn't
Because
even.
some rando drives down the
You
street.
should have just asked, because here's a big problem that we have in Florida is all these people moving to Florida and just fucking everything up. And that's
Yeah.
all y'all listening who are
Right.
moving to Florida.
coming in for no.
AC.
I will never. You can kill your neighbor. I'll never tell anybody because I was leaving the winter, bro. I was leaving. I don't give a fuck
You're all
what
right.
you.
You're cool. You get a pass.
I don't care what you.
But all the
people
ones
do.
that are ratting on each other.
Well, we
Fuck
have
them.
it narrowed down to 3 people.
Who's the 3?
Say their
The
names.
three we talked, I don't know names.
We don't know names. Who's the three?
Daywalker.
The
She goes around
trash
the neighborhood
picker-upper.
and
The old lady?
feeds cats.
Who's the
And I
other
don't even
one?
have a fucking cat. She feeds it.
Who's the other one? Wait, she leaves food on your.
She leaves food on everybody's property.
Did y'all know you
Yeah.
have a blind person that walks
The
around your neighborhood?
scooters,
Did you-
yeah.
You know it's not
With
him
two
who called.
dogs.
It's a her.
It's a her, and she
Yeah.
has 2 puppies.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
poodles. I don't believe she's blind. First of all,
I don't know. I was over at another neighbor's house, and they're like, "Oh, the blind lady's walking
Yeah.
up to the wrong house." I'm like, what?
she does it all the time. She
blind
doesn't. I don't believe she's blind. I can't imagine that a blind lady with 2 dogs is literally walking around with knowing where to go, bro. She
don't
doesn't
think
walk
she's
in the street.
completely
She's
blind.
not. She's hazy. She's hazy.
I think she
Yeah.
can see like outlines.
She did that to me one day. She walks up to my property.
Just
and
grabs
she
your dick.
She walks up and goes.
Reaches for it.
She goes, we're not going in there, girls. And as she was trying to go into my front door. And she fucking damn well knew she was at the wrong house.
She's definitely the rat.
So you think she, okay, who's the old lady that picks up the garbage?
Yeah, who
I think
complains?
the 2 scooter.
That's who I
the
think
2
did it.
Mario Karts.
That's who I think did it.
Scooter McGavin.
Yoshi and Mario that drive around here.
Yeah. She hasn't been around in a while. She hasn't, but he's here every day.
Yeah.
He walks around with the dog. But he always fucks with me and says, oh, make sure you take care of your neighbor's lawn because that whole, again, kidding around with it. He's like,
Clue
you
number
should,
1.
yeah, you should he's like, mow her lawn because remember he wanted me to mow the neighbor's lawn?
Yeah.
When they didn't have a lawnmower?
And we actually did.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
sure did. I don't know. I honestly, I think if it was anybody, it was lady who picks up the garbage.
I think so too.
That's what I
She
think, yeah.
complains when people drive by. She's
Yeah.
How about that truck you have that just rolls down the street and just wakes everybody
Not
up?
one truck.
No,
it's 4.
no, there's a lot
Again,
now.
like-
Yeah.
Dude.
It's always been a lot. It's always been 3
And
or
here's the
4.
fun fact: like we even like talk to like people that are in like law enforcement. Like, hey, what can we do? They're like, we gotta catch it. Not me. I just have weeds growing out, and they just fucking come out and just fucking stamp it
You
on
got
my
Triple
door.
J calling.
Yeah, fucking
Blowing up your
you've
spot.
wrong the
We've
neighborhood.
had a couple run-ins with the city now 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
What was the
fucking,
other
we're
one?
criminals,
My dog
man.
got arrested.
Oh yeah, yeah. The
We're the
fucking
fucking clamp is a fucking.
Staxx says it best last night. Funniest line I've heard from her since I've known her. We're on the phone and we're talking about this, right? And in all reality, I love when T gets fired up. But the fact of the matter is this: the lawn didn't look that bad, right? We can bust each other's balls, and I love when Staxx wants to leave because she thinks him and I fight. Hey, we need a good fight on this podcast, right?
Not when I'm here.
All radio shows have good fights, but if we're gonna fight about a lawn, that's gonna bore me. But what happens is this: so we were talking about the other day, and we were like, it really wasn't that bad. My lawn, in terms of the weeds, there are certain spots in weeds that are up to your fucking ankles and knees, and I don't mow it for weeks because I want it to grow higher, right? Their lawn did not look that bad. Granted, they have a lot of weeds there.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it looked way better than it has because
Majority
it's
of the
filled
time,
in.
Majority of the time,
And it
you see
wasn't
me-
high. They keep arguing me it was high. I said, the fucking thing wasn't high because
But
we
that's-
look at it. We live directly across the street from you.
It's
point
higher
I'm-
than it
The
usually
point I'm
is.
trying to make is every weekend I'm out mowing. Like I'm out mowing. You know that. I'm out
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
lawn work.
Yeah.
My problem was that there could have been an issue, right? There could have been like my mower broke down.
Sure.
There is an issue. My sprinkler system is broke and
Sure.
it costs a lot of money.
Sure.
But there was not even like, hey, why is that happening?
Yeah.
It was a one-off.
Yeah.
And because it's a one-off, it was like dead on. Come to my house, stamp it. Hey, complaint. Did it bother me? Not really.
Yeah.
Um,
It pissed you off a little bit. It would piss
not
everybody
really.
off,
I think it pissed Staxx off more than it did me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. She was more mad. I bet you were more mortified. You're mortified kind of because you use the word of rent. That's what I said. Not to interrupt. She goes, hey, she goes, AAC. We were all talking on the phone. And she's like, we're fucking renters.
I said we look like
We look like
renters.
renters. It was a very funny line. And I agree.
I was more after the fact of thinking about it. Like I walked out and was like, okay, like I was gonna mow it. It wasn't that long. The weeds had grown, but it wasn't that out there that long.
Right.
So I looked around and the scene was what I just described.
But
Again,
that
not
scene's
want
been like
anybody
that.
to get in trouble. I'm not telling on nobody or anything because we don't have an HOA here.
Yeah.
But that's what bothered me. It's like, okay, you just randomly came over and like I'm calling on this dude. Like, go back to your fucking house or go back to your fucking neighborhood and leave us the fuck alone.
I wish
I don't bother anybody.
I'm gonna throw a shot out here real quick. I almost wish that sometimes they would call on the fucking excavator because, and I'm serious, because I don't mind the
Oh, it
excavator.
doesn't bother me.
That doesn't bother us
the
at all.
Excavator doesn't bother me.
There's a fucking semi truck in somebody's driveway down the
Not
road.
all the time.
That doesn't
Not all the
bother
time.
me either.
Not
That
all the
doesn't,
time.
doesn't bother me either.
It doesn't bother me either. I'm just saying there's a
Right.
fucking semi truck
And
in
we're
somebody's
allowed.
driveway.
And wait, while you make that,
as you
But
should.
my
do.
question to you, Sherpa, is if you came out and you had a notice on your door for your grass being high, and then you had a semi that's right across the street and a excavator across the street and all this other shit that's going on, you wouldn't be like, whoa, what's going on? That's the only thing that bugged me. I'm not going to call and be like, hey, this is what's going on. All I'm saying is the person randomly just picked us out. And then we find out he went down or she went down, picked out 15 different addresses. Like, you have nothing fucking better to do. Either you live on the street, which I don't think they do.
no.
Because the ones that I
Or
see.
if they do, they live at the end of the street
Right, of
in the
course.
$1 million homes. And
Well, they're all not fucking super fancy, but see, the excavator doesn't bother me. What bothers me is when they have garbage in their dump truck, and this is my window to look at it. So when I open the window, I see the garbage in it, but I would never say anything because
course.
if I see him, you see, there's a difference. I'm the guy who, if I see him, I would, and I told you that, I'd be like, hey, bro, fucking empty out the tent that's been in the dump truck for a month. Just get rid of the tent. I don't want to look at the fucking tent. But I agree. And you're talking about the semi. The semi was called on.
Yeah,
Before
which appalled,
No,
which
there's
appalled me.
two.
I was mad about
I'm
somebody
talking about-
calling on them.
you're right.
Yeah, I'm talking about the neighbor across the street next to them. They have a semi that he leaves. He leaves. It's only there when he's gonna go.
It's his form of living, man.
Yeah.
That's what he uses. Like, nobody's gonna call on him about that.
Before this neighbor moved, they were just douchebags right before they moved, and they called on them. And
Was it confirmed it was them?
it 100% was
Yeah,
confirmed.
yeah, I believe that. I
It was
believe that.
confirmed.
I fucking believe
and,
that.
and then they said the guy who left a number on their door, probably the same guy, went up to them and said, "You need to move this by 24 hours, or you're going to start getting $100 fine a day."
Right.
That's fucked up. And then they moved, and then the people moved.
Right, then
So
they moved. That
they
was
were
like a fuck you on the way out.
They were pissed. I mean, they were.
100%.
These
they
guys
should have
were.
been.
They should have been.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But I mean, the guy was only bringing it when he leaves.
And it doesn't
So now
bother
he has
me.
to bring it
doesn't
the
bother,
minute he leaves. No, it
and
doesn't
even
bother
the
me
other
either.
one on the corner doesn't
But
bother
isn't
me.
that why we don't want to be in the HOA?
Yeah.
We're not in the HOA.
And
so,
we'd be paying $400 more a year. Yeah.
So that was my only issue. Now, again, if it was like off the Richter, I could understand. Like, okay, but you come up and have a conversation with me and say, hey, what's going on? I would explain it to you. I really don't have to.
Yeah.
But you calling on me?
Yeah.
Go fuck
Did you hear
yourself.
about the guy down in on Beachside who got in a battle with the city and people were complaining about his house? So he said, fuck it, and he started painting his house pink.
Yeah.
And he started
Yeah, I saw
painting, and he put tires in his
Which
his
is
yard.
another-
And he just said, fuck it, I'm going full
Yeah.
bore, dude. Like,
I
fuck
don't blame
y'all.
him.
This is my house.
Yeah, this is my house.
This is my property.
Doesn't he have that right?
Yeah.
He should.
Is
Yeah.
that- especially you said beachside. Was he
Yeah.
on the water?
No, he wasn't. He was in like in a neighborhood, but it was a non-HOA neighborhood, and
Right.
people started complaining because of the color of his house.
Now-
So he said, "Okay, you want to complain about the color of my house? Watch this." And he started just doing.
Now,
all
if you
sorts
drove
of
by my
fucking
house
shit.
and there was fucking sticks of cocks hanging out or something like that, yeah, maybe call on me.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, they definitely
yeah.
definitely would call
Yeah,
that.
or they come by.
Who's calling that?
Hey, what's going on?
You know the party you'd have over there?
I'm blind. Can I come inside?
Seriously. You'd come outside.
I see all your chickens coming over. From
You'd come outside and there'd be a literally gay party on your front lawn.
I'm just saying that would kind of
No, that didn't
draw
make any
attention. Draw attention.
Cocks on his front lawn. There's already a cock on his front lawn. And it's the guy mowing his fucking lawn. The fuck are you-
Speaking of
Fucking
signs to like come and party, did you ever hear about the villages and what are those things you? A
Oh
loofah?
yeah, I have heard about those.
Have you heard about the
Loofahs.
loofah? If you hang a loofah, by
like
your,
different
on
levels
your
of that.
golf cart.
Yeah,
That's
it means
really-
you're a swinger.
It's what you're down
That's really
for.
old
Yeah.
news.
But different
though.
colors or is what
I
you're-
just heard that
what you
recently.
like.
Yeah, I
that's-
didn't know.
What are the
that.
colors? Can you look up the colors?
Subliminal. I didn't even know. I don't know. The internet might not have
It
it.
So
does
those
have
of you
it.
who don't know, the villages
Does it?
is someplace randomly down what,
It's
Gainesville,
middle
New
of
By,
Yeah.
it's by
Gainesville.
Ocala.
and it's like a
It's a
nudist
swing. No, it's a swinging
swinger
community.
dude. Okay, swinging community.
right.
But they have like these loofahs or something. They
Yeah.
hang and
On your golf cart.
It's kind of like your wink on Match.
Well, it's kind of like, a big thing for swingers is an upside down pineapple. I'm sure you
right.
all know that,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So if you see an upside down pineapple in somebody's like front door or something like that, that indicates to other swingers that they're swingers. So when they go down and they put the loofahs on the golf carts, it tells them what they're into.
Yeah, but there's like different colors for that.
Okay.
Like I'm
white means you're novice and a beginner.
Oh, so this is level. This is
No
level.
anal.
no,
Purple means
we just rub.
purple means you're a voyeur and you want to watch people
Where do they?
That should be white.
Where do they hang them?
That should be white.
on their somewhere on the golf cart.
Blue,
so it's just
blue
golf
is
carts.
Don't you
your-
think white and purple sound the same?
blue is you go into black holes with condoms on.
And you die.
Pink is soft swap, people who like to do it with others in the room.
Ooh.
Blue is the lowest level of full swap, those who like to play well with others.
Oh.
We could have just called somebody. We knew somebody who does this.
It plays well with others?
We literally,
We
yeah,
do.
we,
Yeah,
we
100%.
clearly know a guy
Yeah,
who does it. We didn't
do.
even.
He's
We
a
could've-
lot funnier than
And he
you.
has
exactly, and better looking.
and he has an erection that lasts longer than 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yellow
speaking of
is
that.
mild level swap for those who want to have fun but are still nervous.
Well, how many colors are there?
Two
There's a
more.
lot of colors. There's a
Roy
lot
G.
of-
Biv, dude. Roy G. Biv.
2 more colors. They're going to
Black
get fucking
is full swap.
Nice.
They'll go all over.
in your ear.
Yeah. on your in
is
your eye, in your
fucking-
back.
Teal
Just
is
ham hock.
bisexual swaps.
Bisexual. Oh, that's probably very rare.
Oh.
Like a 70-year-old guy being bisexual.
What if you like take them all together and just mix them all up?
Make one big ball.
Yeah.
Confuse everybody. You got everybody at your door. You got dicks on your lawn. You got dicks on your lawn.
I bet they don't call on each other. They don't get fines.
You can clearly tell that the D's are a little bit rattled by this. Fuck, even though the bottom line is you didn't get a fine.
No.
All you
No.
got was a
And an
stupid
apology.
notice on the door.
We didn't get an apology.
Yeah.
We didn't get an
we did.
apology.
D's didn't get
Who
an
got an
apology.
apology?
I called him when I talked to him.
The
apologized.
compliance guy didn't apologize. He just said, "Yeah, I did my
Were
job."
you on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I had to give you a fine for somebody else calling on you,
We
No
didn't get a
fine.
fine.
You didn't get a fine.
or what? I'm sorry you got a complaint.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why do you
That's
think-
not the person
Then why do
who-
you, why do you give it to you?
Yeah, that's
was
that's
very
the
apologetic.
person who's got to apologize. Is the person complained.
He was very nice.
Why did he give it to you if he was apologetic?
Sorry, I
He
had
was
to go
trying
do
to-
this.
Get his phone number.
Apparently
sure.
this
I'm going to
woman's a
give you.
problem.
There's a picture of it out there. Let's get the guy. Let's call him.
No.
No, we can't call JJ Johnson. One day we're going to start making these
I'm not-
fucking calls.
I had 10 days
We're
to
not-
do it.
I don't
Did
know
you
why
imagine
you-
if I mowed it and it
I don't know why
weed
you
popped
did.
up out of the ground and I was fucked again?
I don't know why. I don't know why you did. I told you you shouldn't have mowed it.
He was mowing it before he saw it.
I really didn't see it. I 100% didn't see it. Like she
It
came
was-
out and told me, and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
It was such an
This is
interesting
funny.
thing that you did because it was, again, I'm gonna believe it because you're saying it.
Yeah, 100%.
But you never mow on a Wednesday. It was a Wednesday you mowed. Ever.
Because
Never
I
on a-
stated to her, and it was 100%
That it was
true,
getting high.
that I was like, I said we have a lot going on this weekend.
Yeah.
I want to get it done before the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of jumping the shark, I just need you to look up 7 for me in your email there. We're gonna remember we were talking about the guy at the stands who jumped over. He lived.
Yeah. Oh, you lived?
He lived.
He's not normal.
Video 7.
Yeah, video 7.
It
He
en-
broke- he
it-
broke
it
some
ends at-
shit.
Oh, I got 6, buddy.
No, you should have 7. He
1,
let
2,
me
3,
see.
4, 5, 6.
Oh man.
Did he jump or was he,
He
pushed?
jumped.
He
He
jumped?
jumped.
He was fucking on drugs.
He,
100%
no,
he had to be on
he
drugs.
had this is what he explained through his whiteboard. 'cause he's right.
So he's fucked up. Oh, 100% he's fucked up.
Remember the video of the guy
He's
who
on
went in
drugs.
the room and came out?
Yeah.
And he's like, "What does she got?" And he's like, "Everything."
Everything. He has
And
it
the guy's
all.
like, "All
Bonnie
right."
Blue or whatever.
Yeah. That guy was as fucked up as that guy.
Oh, I bet.
He had a whiteboard and he said he was so excited that he pulled himself up and he launched himself over. I can't believe I didn't.
There's-
I don't know.
There's
you're
no
talking
way
about.
you did that without being on something.
Yeah.
you're
Well, it's probably.
100%.
Wouldn't you assume he was on alcohol?
Where
Or
was
fucking
this?
heroin or
This,
something.
yeah, for sure. This was at the Pittsburgh Pirate game we talked about last week. Pittsburgh Pirate game, and the guy you saw the video was everywhere. He jumped over he looked like he fell over the railing onto the field. It was a big thing. I'm sure. Oh, you don't watch TikTok anymore.
Yeah.
So it was millions of videos of him, and it was all far away because somebody hit the ball. I looked up the hit. The hit didn't count. By the way.
Well, first of all,
It
it
didn't
wasn't
count?
a railing like he's over, like jumping
Yeah.
a little fence. It was like another level over a level.
Yeah. He was
Like,
up there.
you know what I'm saying? Like it was high, like
High.
extremely high.
So that guy, I can't believe we don't have. What a shame! I dropped the ball on that one.
That's insane.
Yeah, he literally was so excited. He yanked himself up over the railing, and that's how he fell.
Excited for what though?
The Pittsburgh hit the ball.
In a baseball game, they
It's a
hit the ball.
baseball game.
Who would have fathomed they would hit the ball in a baseball game?
They tied it up. But then,
Oh, they tied. I'm gonna kill myself.
yeah, but from like the fact, then the fact of the matter is that the hit didn't count after he fell because he was in the place.
Well, they had to pause the game.
They paused the game. They had to crawl like so when he launched himself over. He launched himself over. It was first tier, but it was outfield, so it's high, right? Because you know the wall that you get a home run.
Right.
So he launched himself over this. He fell onto the field in a crumpled ball. One of his buddies came down the other side, and all of a sudden, jumped on the field and be like, "Oh, Billy, you okay? You okay?" And the whole reason why he did it was the fact that he was excited about the game.
When you see,
Literally excited
you
about
pulling
the
it
game.
up. When you see
Did
this,
you see it?
he falls right on his head too. It looks
Yeah,
like
yeah, he fell out.
he jumped on his head.
There was another thing on this was ridiculous too.
This morning,
There it is.
baseball fans left in shock after a man fell from the bleachers at Pittsburgh's PNC
That was a video
Park,
we did, though.
landing on the
Oh,
field during the
no.
Pirates game.
When you look at it like in slow mo, he just looked like he was like jolting up because it was a huge play.
Jolting up.
Bobby Ketter shot this video showing a fan dropping
See?
about 20
You
feet.
see that?
He says at first he had no idea
But
he
there's
had
a-
captured the fall.
Pause
Next
it
thing
there.
you know-
There's an actual video from behind him. There's an actual video
Oh.
from that, and I'll find it for next week. I need you. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen. Like I scrolling through shit, I have never seen something like this. Before I get into this, I'm going to talk about our police friend in New York.
It's New York.
Our New York police guy.
Yeah.
He just proceeds to tell me. Hold on, I gotta get the. Can you punch up number 6? By the way, he tells me that he had a guy who was doing a ride along with him. Right,
Well, right there.
Right
Red
there,
flag.
folks.
all right. Hold
Buckle up.
70-year-old man doing a ride along. Okay, now he gets a domestic call. He drops the guy off in the middle of the ghetto.
No.
Kid you not. He's like, "Sir, I have to go." And the guy's in the back seat going, "Okay." He's like, "No, you can't come with me." And the guy goes, where are you leaving me? He goes, I have to leave you. So he drops him off in the middle of a New York ghetto. He tells him to stay. He'll be back.
Is the guy he's got with him?
He's a ride along, bro.
He's just a ride along.
Just a ride along, right?
But he doesn't take him to the call.
He can't take him to the call.
Well, I've seen randos go to calls.
Well, this guy didn't take him to the call. This guy didn't take him to the
And he had him riding along in the back seat.
in the back seat. Yeah, he had him riding along in the back seat. So he says, I don't know how ride along.
you got to
works.
be privileged to get up here.
Yeah. I guess because when you look in a cop car, they have the computer there, they have all their shit, they have the little briefcase, they have their shotgun. So I'm assuming somebody in ride along, you probably put it in the back just in case they decide to fall apart on you, right? You can't have them grabbing the steering wheel, fucking with your computer.
I can see him too. Get
And
out.
you all know
Get
him.
out.
That's what he said.
Get out.
He doesn't say it like that. He's like, "Get the fuck out."
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, but
He's
the
like, "Get the
problem
fuck
is those calls are long.
Yeah. So let me get to the end of the story.
Oh, my God.
Exactly, Staxx. Right? Good observation. I said, "Did you go back from this?" Yeah. I couldn't find him.
4 hours later, I'm sure.
Yeah, he really thought he was gonna like sit there like a dog.
He told him to. He
You sit and you stay. You'll get a treat if I come back.
He dropped him in the middle. A ghetto. All right.
Did he die?
Said, "I'll be." Who knows?
Is he the guy that fell off the fucking
Doesn't know.
second floor?
What happened is this: he's moving from New York City
Right.
to Long Island. Okay, remember that. Like he's switching,
Right.
policing jobs.
Is he still in New York City?
That was one of his last days.
I bet.
But he was moving to Long. He's going to go work on Long
know,
Island, right?
I know.
So he literally, this guy
I
is
was
like,
trying to picture where the ghetto was in Long Island.
no, he was in New York at this time. Yes, you're asking me correct. He was still in New York.
Right.
So he got in a ghetto. Like he was fucking dropped probably somewhere very scary or on the outskirts of scary and said, go in that 7-Eleven and hang out for a little while. So a couple hours later, he goes back. The guy's gone. And I'm like, well, did you call? call? Did you have you followed up? He's like, nah, I'm back. I'm on Long Island now.
Where did he find said ride-alonger?
Yeah, you had to get that approved. I thought.
Yeah, he did. Like he
got it approved. He's like,
the dude was. He said it came through it was like a reporter or something. Like the guy was. So he didn't know him. It was the first time he ever met him, and the guy was for hours. These guys were sitting together in this car, and all of a sudden he had to drop him off.
So he dropped off Channel News.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Because think about it, he has to go through the whole thing, sort it out, figure out if someone's getting arrested.
Yeah, he said domestic.
Do a report, take them to the station.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. It's not like.
But you have.
I'll be right back.
I love that story.
You have to expect that if you're going to have somebody, if the precinct is going to okay a guy riding along,
they should be allowed to stay.
That's a ride along. Like, aren't you going to ride along?
Well, he couldn't put the alleged criminal in the back seat with him.
But do you think that he thought there was nothing going to happen the whole entire night? Like something was going to happen. He could have pulled over a car. Hey, get out here!
And the guy shot him, killed him. Like a guy, he could have pulled over a car, and the driver could have had a gun and shot the police officer. Right? That happens all the time. I mean, it recently happened here in Daytona last year. I'm sure you know people that are working with that. Right? You remember that where the guy got shot in the head? I mean, it was huge news here.
A couple years ago.
Was it last year, 2 years ago, right? So you would have if you're doing a ride along, you're hoping some action goes on. You don't want to be fucking sitting there doing nothing. How boring is that shit? But for domestic, you have to get the guy out of the car. But it's the way he tells the story. Like he's like, get out. You got to get out. Yeah, bad.
It's a lot of country.
It was a ghetto. Even if it was a piece of a ghetto, the guys look around like, "Where the fuck am I?"
Right.
And even if you dropped them off in the country, could you imagine you dropped them off in the country
or dropped
and you
them
can't
off?
Get cell service? You're like, what the fuck?
Or like dropped them off right in front of our house. The scary weeds. That'd be crazy.
And then 4 hours later, that's gonna fuck. That's gonna live. Next time I'm gonna call. We should call on each other.
We should.
You should. All right. So I need you. So speaking of cops, I need you to punch up this video 6. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever fucking encountered. Watch this.
Hey.
What?
No, come here.
Hello?
The raccoon has her meth pipe.
What did you say?
Oh my god.
Her meth pipe.
The raccoon
with the meth pipe
is
right now.
smoking a meth pipe.
No, don't reach for it.
Is that the
That's
cop?
evidence now.
Oh, I don't want him to have
Well,
that.
that's why I'm gonna do it. Hey, buddy. It's okay.
Okay, you're on. He'll be here in 2 minutes.
Where is that?
Yeah. Not a clue.
That's probably
Yeah.
The Bronx.
That's what she's smoking meth in.
Yeah.
that's what I was
Kill it right
trying to-
there, Sherbert.
That's the cops ride along.
That woman was pulled over in a parking lot, right? And she was pulled over for drug use. There was somebody claiming that she had drugs in the car, right? And she gets pulled out of there. And she has a pet raccoon, and it actually was sucking on her.
I love the most genuine reaction. Well, I don't want him to have it. That's so genuine.
That makes it so much better. Yeah. If I would expect somebody to have a fucking raccoon as a pet, it would definitely be Sherpa and his family of chickens and fucking possums.
Well, if my wife and my daughter had it their way, we'd have 6 raccoons, bro. But I'm not having that.
Raccoons aren't mean, are they? Right?
I mean,
they're not mean guys.
My cousin has a raccoon.
They'll smoke your meth.
He's had it since a baby.
They will 100% take your crack pipe, and they will be like, I'm going there. Yeah, that was absolutely the most ridiculous thing. And the other thing I saw today, this is a little longer, but it's just, I know you're watching this shit. Uh-huh. And when this goes to go do me number 5, please. When we are killing ourselves, right? I know we're only on episode 47, right? And we've built something. We've gone from studio with nothing to here we are today, right? To video to everything. So I understand time. I like everything fast, right? I'm instantaneous gratification. So I'm watching a guy that can fucking get. We're talking 2.5 million subscribers, and this is what this fucking guy is doing.
World's spiciest pizza.
Look what he's making. He's making a pizza of all spicy shit. Spicy sausage. All the peppers. Right?
This is for them ASMR motherfuckers, though. That's why.
That's so big right now.
Yeah. People like that shit. It's all the ASMR shit.
Yeah. But what is he doing that is ASMR?
All the noises.
All the cutting, all the grating, all the... Is it hashtagged ASMR?
I don't know, but that's just what makes me think of this right away. You know?
But this guy has 20 million.
Yeah, people are. I know this one chick who just listens to ASMR on her free time. Like, that's what she does, bro.
And she's like, she
likes it. All the noises, you hear all the little noises.
Yeah. Now watch this. Now the best part of this video is the end because it is very, very funny. The cheese is all hot. Everything about what he's doing is like.
It looks good though.
Yeah. A one chip. He's putting on a pack. Is it called a packy one chip?
Yeah, he's all ASMR, dude. Let's just do a podcast ASMR. Let's not
I would
even
do
talk.
one. I would do one. Let's do it. Let's try everything.
Make noises for 30 minutes.
I do my beard.
You're the host. Yeah, there's me.
Yeah. And maybe we could do the sound of a lawnmower. Hey, watch this.
Not at the Dees home.
Watch this.
Oh, jeez.
Wait.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I fucking love it.
Nope. Don't eat your pizza.
That's it. Kill it. Is that not fucking 20 million views?
Who's the
I've
chick at
been
the end?
watching
20 million views.
ASMR, flipping through TikTok every now and then.
Yeah.
And it's someone like scratching someone's head and like rubbing different.
What is ASMR? You guys should say.
What's
what
it?
is that?
It's
like a sound.
auto sound
like
remedy or some shit. What's it stand for? Audio.
I don't
sound.
even know, but like
Look it up, Sherpa, please. Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
all those videos.
it's just
when
making
I'm
noise,
flipping
bro.
Through, it's just different noises.
Sound effects.
Like this, Dees. So they'll go like this. How do you feel tonight?
Yeah, and they're really low, but they're doing someone's like she's scratching someone's head with like a comb.
There you go. That's been a while.
Disgusting.
That's what I would have done with that shit. Yeah. So what does it stand for? Did you figure it out yet? The
Audio.
Yeah, it's like audio.
Sensory.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess.
Autonomous sensory meridian response.
You guys are
I
so
never would have
close.
got that.
We had audio right.
And I got sensory.
and
Fucking
sensory.
nailed it.
Don't make any. I can't imagine. I can't imagine that. How those people are doing it. That's why I just say we stay the fucking course.
I think y'all are onto something though with the calls. The if we called the
Should've called JJ.
public employees.
I tried, bro. They
Because at
wouldn't
the end
let
of the day, they have to talk to us.
They
on the
have
phone.
to, yeah.
Because you know what else is real popular is the people that walk in with the cameras and just
Yeah.
start putting people on blast.
Yeah, I would never do that.
That doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd do that, but calling them.
I
Do you
don't
remember
want-
prank calling people back in
I
high
do,
school?
but I don't want to
Yeah.
draw more
Soundboards?
attention to my house.
Right.
Yeah, but once again,
Why your house? So what is your house?
I don't want them driving by all the time looking.
why are you scared of the man?
Yeah, they aren't. They aren't.
We got a
now.
complaint. We're
need.
used to it.
It's your house.
It's not good.
No
that's
need.
not going to go anywhere.
I wouldn't do
It's
that.
not going to go anywhere. But going back to that point that you just said, what the fuck is the purpose? There's no purpose to those guys. When you're talking about when they walk into like the public office.
Yeah.
But what is their purpose?
No. You know why they do it? I know
Yeah,
a
just
couple of
to
guys
piss
that do
people
it
off.
just to make money. Those guys aren't working, buddy. They're
But how are they
sitting at the
making
house
money?
because a lot of
They
people
get a
view
lot of
those.
views.
You look at just the
I
local
know
people that are
someone
doing
that watches a lot of those, and I'm like, why are you watching?
I know people who produce them, who've left their careers to just produce these videos, and that's all they do.
This one watches those a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's exciting to you? I mean, seriously, I've never. I watch it. I'm just so like, what the fuck are they? What,
It's
like,
so
why?
stupid.
It doesn't make sense. It's not
I don't
funny.
get it.
It's not like.
You can watch whatever you want. I mean, it's.
But do you like? How long was one of the? How long?
I
Dang,
missed
homie.
it. What am I watching?
He doesn't even know he's. I love
Those
it.
videos
There's
where
Dees.
the people have the
Dees is
cameras
back.
running and they're like, it's
I'm walking into an office building.
it's public. I can run my video, and the
Yeah.
cops are like, you can't.
Yeah.
You watch.
See,
live.
clearly doesn't watch them. You just
does.
call them
I
out.
do. I
Oh my
watch it.
god! And I'm always like, why?
How long are they? Since you watch them, how long?
You're
are
talking
they?
about the
So
videos where they
long.
pull them over or something like that.
No. We're talking about when a guy videos walking into like an office building.
Right. And,
Yeah.
and he stirs up trouble to see if.
He doesn't serve up trouble. He
Well,
just
no,
walks in.
he walks in to say,
He makes
see
people
what's going to happen.
uncomfortable.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that's wrong.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I do
wrong.
watch a lot of those
saying you
videos. I
watch
watch
it.
a lot of
A
those.
That's what I'm
lot.
asking. So
Do you watch
how,
the local ones?
How long are they?
They're good.
Are they 20, 30 minutes?
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
longer.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
longer.
sometimes
How do they end? The guy just leaves? Okay, I'm leaving.
A lot of them end in him going after them and making a complaint, and
Yeah.
a lot of them get fired.
The guys get fired?
Yeah, they get fired.
Yeah, sometimes
Because
they get
they impeded on their rights. So
to stand in their building?
sometimes I'm like, okay, this guy's just wanting to cause trouble, but sometimes it's like, oh,
But what
that
does- that's
other
my-
person,
There's
the
no
other
reason
person
for it.
that's on the
Content.
video,
It's just content.
yeah, but the other
Stupid.
person in the content is actually impeding on their rights.
But it's
so
stupid.
yeah, but again, like, do I believe if you get pulled over, should you give your license up?
Yes, of course.
You have to, yeah.
Yeah, you can
It's
always
the
have your
law.
day in court. You don't want to, if he gets to an escalation where he's going to bust the window, I think that's a little too much. You should end it. But if you go into a building and you're filming, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
And
If it's
people
a
come
public
out,
building.
and that's the problem. People come out and they want to tell you what their rules are and what they think is law.
Yeah.
And it's not actual law.
Right.
It's just a policy they have. And again, like, they have their
Yeah, they are.
rights.
To me, I've tried a couple of them. They're just so boring.
So let me ask you
Like,
this.
there's no game to it.
You walk into a thing and you have your phone out and you're videotaping, and somebody comes out and says, "Hey, put your phone away," but you're like,
Yeah,
but
I'd
that-
say why. Yeah, of
"Why?"
course, yeah.
And then it escalates
I just wouldn't
to
let it
where-
go for 20 minutes. Like, we're
But
done.
if they were gonna threaten you about putting you, the cops are coming and what's your name and
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
your
yeah.
giving, you have to give your license and everything. Do you have to do that?
yeah, no, that I know. You
But that's my point. Like, some of these guys are saying, "Well, I'm going to see how far this goes." Like, it's kind of saying, like, if you watch me, you might see that you do have more rights than you think you might actually not know.
Speaking of that, Sherpa, not to cut you off, Dees, because I get it, I'm assuming, right? That's where you were
Yeah.
ending it? Okay. So you were talking about the locals, right, bud?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did you see, do you watch the Chitwood stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So you watched, on speaking of what you were talking about, so when they walk into a private building, like they go into an office building, something like that, they have the right to be there, unless it's a private office. Like, they can't go into your office. That's your office. You can't have a guy randomly walk into my retail store. Some guy, he can come in because it's an open door policy that he wants to buy glasses. But if he starts filming and I say you're done filming, I have the right to tell him to
100%.
get out, right?
Not
Chitwood,
really.
100 I do.
Not
my,
if-
my offices, I have 100% right. I can put a sign on the door that says no guns. I can put a sign door that says no loitering.
Yes.
I'm allowed to do
That's
that.
your policy, though.
Yeah.
No, he's allowed to do that. He's not a public entity.
I'm not a public entity. So listen,
Okay.
so Chitwood the other day, I don't know if you saw this one. Speaking along those lines, there was a guy that was pulled over in Daytona just the other day, right? And it was literally a week ago. Okay. He gets pulled over in Daytona, and the cop says, "You got to show me your license." And sadly, I don't have it. I would love, but it was long though, and I'm gonna shorten it up. So he gets pulled over by a female cop, and he had taillight out, right? So. And she's like, I need to see a license registration. And he goes, "I want to see a supervisor." She
Right.
goes, "Okay, no problem. You can see a supervisor, but I'm telling you, you're pulled over because of your taillight, right?" And he's like, "Oh, okay. Okay, I'm waiting for a
commit a crime?
supervisor, right?" But he did. He got pulled over for a reason, the taillight.
But did they
have
explain the reason?
Yeah, your taillight's out, right?
Okay.
So wait, let me finish. Just let
I'm
me
with
finish.
you. I'm
Then you
just
can
saying-
ask me all the
okay.
questions you want. So then they have the taillight's out. That's not probable cause. It's a violation of motor vehicle, driving a motor vehicle. Your license, your taillight's got to be working, right? So a guy says, he keeps rolling down the window, right? And he's like, "I want to see a supervisor." And she's like, "Okay." She puts up supervisor. Another cop car comes. They come in pairs, right? When they're singles. Most of them are nowadays riding alone, so they bring somebody else in. So another guy comes over. He pulls down the window. "Are you the supervisor?" "No, I'm not supervisor, but we're just letting you know your taillight's out. We have reason. We pulled you over for a reason. This is a violation of law. So now you're dealing with law, right?" "I'm not worried about it." "You're dealing with law." So she's like, "I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to fucking see the supervisor." So supervisor pulls up and he goes, "You've broken the law now." And he's like, "We have every right to ask you, and we're going to get your license and your registration one way or another." And he's like, "I don't know that you're supervisor." So the guy pulls out his badge, pulls out this. He shows him his arm stripes, right?
Right.
And the guy's like, "I'm not doing it." The guy's like, "I'm done with this."
Right.
That's why I love Chitwood.
Right.
He's like, "I'm fucking done
Right.
with this," right?
Absolutely.
The guy pulls the fucking window open, yanks him out, puts him in cuffs, puts him back on. Now, the entire time, the guy's like, "I was just tired. I was just being," he's like, "I'm not playing your game." He's like, "If you want to," because he was filming, he's like, "You can film this all you want. If you were standing in our station, in our parking lot, you can do this. But you people are coming out and not even realizing what is law, as you were just talking about,
Right.
and what is not law, right?" So now the guy's in handcuffs,
Right.
goes to the police station. $5,000 to come out, right? Whatever it was. He gets bonded out. Okay. He goes to the police station and now writes a report, not realizing that they have body cam. He writes a report that he was pulled out of the vehicle, beat up, broke his arm, right? Because he had a broken arm. When he told them, he's like, "My arm's,
Right.
he said, my arm is dislocated or something like that." And they're like, "Well, we asked you 3 times now you can go down to the police station," right? This is the first time they arrested him. He wrote this report, okay? They went to his house 4 days after the report, yanked him out, charged him with perjury, which is a felony.
Right.
$50,000 bond to get him out. $50,000. So Chitwood's like, you can all run around and film us all you want.
Right.
But when you start to disparage my office, and I love these guys. Like, these fucking sheriffs down here, they don't fuck around. And he's like, you can fucking do whatever. And he's, he curses on these.
Right.
things.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they're the most powerful people. They're the most powerful elected official in the state.
Are they?
Right.
By far. They don't answer to anybody.
But you know that
Amazing. And he's like, you want to disparage my officers? Now it's going to cost you. And the guy, now I don't know the end. I don't know the end of the story because it just happened, but they literally out of his house and pulled him out because he wrote
well,
that.
this guy that you're talking about probably watched too many of those videos
Yes.
and
Right.
thought he actually knew the law. But the guys who are producing these videos know the law.
They
right.
gotta know.
That's
was
the
his
thing,
name?
right?
I don't know. I'll find it.
And what you
I'll
said, it makes perfect sense, right? They told him why he was pulling him over. They told him what's happening.
Yep.
They told him the crime that he committed,
Yep.
and that's why they're doing it.
Yep.
And the videos that a lot of these videos you watch, those certain cops are missing that part. They'll say, "Hey, I'm over here doing this," and they're like, "Well, what did I break?" And they won't tell them. They instantly jump steps.
Yeah.
And so it puts them in a bad position.
Yeah.
And then they run with it. You get what I'm saying? So
you mean the guy filming or the cop?
the cop.
Yeah, yeah.
So like if he pulled you over and said, "I want to see your license," and you're like, "What did I do, bro? Just give me your license and I'll let you know later." That's when those guys who know the law and the camera rolling, they're like, "Oh, okay, I got him. Like I'm gonna." You jump some steps here and you're impeding on my rights and so on and so
You're
forth.
not telling me the reason,
right?
I
And their whole
assume-
purpose is to discourage and disparage the police. You know, so,
Isn't it like if you're pulled over and a guy asks you for your license,
You have to give it to him.
Don't you have to give it to him?
Yes.
apparently apparently from what I understand, and I guess it's different states. I don't know. They have
She
to tell
probably
you. They
know a
have
lot.
to tell you what crime you committed.
Yeah. Well, not
For
even a
them
crime
to-
because it's not.
Right.
Well,
it's
from
a
when
civil
because
infraction.
they say, "Am I
Right.
being?" They usually start off. Their first thing is, "Am I being detained?"
Yeah.
That's their first thing.
We're talking about like
And they'll
traffic
say
stops.
you
Yeah,
are,
this-
and they
this
say,
guy
"Well,
had a
what?"
light
Then
out.
usually after that, the next line is, "What crime did I commit?"
Yeah.
And every video you see, if you pull up any video, that's the first things they say.
Don't you believe though? Do you guys honestly believe? And I this is my theory on a lot of that shit's all staged. I believe most of that shit's staged.
Some
the
of
co-
it is
the
100%.
police wouldn't be
100%.
involved.
Totally got to be.
But like
You
a
don't think
lot
so?
of the videos the ones that I kind of, pique my interest are the ones that somebody's randomly standing on the outside on a sidewalk. And
You're
they're
talking
just
about the one
filming.
up in Flagler.
Right, who is just standing outside filming
Yeah.
or whatever, and they come over and you say you have to leave because you're loitering, but you have the right to
be on
do
the
that
sidewalk, yeah.
outside the sidewalk. And then people come out and go, "I'm going to call the cops." And
What happened to that guy? What was the
the
end?
cop fucked up. The cop fucked up. The cop got fucked. It was not good
Right.
looks. He fucking fucked up.
What-
It was a
did he-
supervisor fucked up. He's
raised-
got the right to sue the city. He's gonna fucking
Right.
get something. He's gonna get dope
And
for
some
it.
of those videos,
Why he got arrested? He like got thrown down
Oh
on the
yeah,
ground.
he got thrown in the
Yeah.
back of the car, didn't fit in the back of the car. The whole works.
He didn't fit in the back.
Yeah.
What do you mean? He didn't fit? He
It was like a little chart. It looked rough, dude. Like him fitting in the back of the
Right.
car looked rough. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
And you're standing out there with
I mean,
pray for homeless veterans sign.
Right.
Not
And
even
they
asking
threw
for
him-
money or
oh,
anything.
man, see,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
crazy.
And that
I mean,
happens.
if I get pulled over, I'm like, "Sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, okay, of course.
I mean, I've got.
You know?
I shouldn't say this, but I guess you can't. There's got to be a statute of limitation.
No, I'm sure.
You know how many
I'm
times
sure.
I've used I'm an ex-cop in New York and shit like that.
Yeah.
That is so,
So
Yeah,
bad,
don't
I
do
know,
that.
and you
Don't
know
do
that
that.
I've done that. You've told me a million times.
Don't do
That's so
that.
funny.
illegal
Yeah, I'll never
to
do it again.
impersonate an officer.
Yeah,
I don't
do that.
impersonate. I say I'm retired.
I'm a cop at heart.
No, dude, and we're talking Sherpa. You don't know our history, right? You're new to this game, yeah, and these two know. Like I'm talking where I should not have been behind the wheel, and literally knock on wood and CC and is amazed that I get it. Like I've been able to get away with some of that stupid
Yeah, let's
shit.
just
Like,
not.
I'm not doing that ever again. I'm old now.
I'm always
No,
waiting
no.
for the escalation and the tase.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
usually
yeah,
waiting
yeah.
for. Like,
Let's
when is
not
that coming?
drive.
Yeah, I agree. I barely drink anymore. I have literally finally grown up and said you got to stop doing stupid
You
shit
do,
like that.
because-
Because the person that you're going to hurt isn't going to be yourself.
It's not
because,
gonna be you. It's
you
gonna be someone else's
Yeah,
feeling.
don't drink and drive. Please don't drink and drive. We may like to put people in suitcases, but we don't want you out there drinking and driving. People, right? We don't want you drinking and driving. So yeah, that's just
Have a cigarette.
Yeah, have a cigarette.
Right.
Cure. What does he have? Pineapple.
Hey,
cures?
but if you call the guy and you're like, "Yeah, bro, we'll get you down here," and then you're like, and then he's like, "Yeah, sounds good, dude," and then you'll be like, "Yeah, the UPS box will be there tomorrow."
it makes it funnier with that laugh. Like
That's hilarious.
I mean, it's very funny.
Sherpa
but
coming
the
out the
laugh,
box.
the laugh kicks it off because he's.
Could you
drunk.
imagine if they actually did that?
Right.
They're like, what?
There was a guy.
Got mail.
There's a video. There's a video of a guy that UPS'd himself.
Yeah.
It's on there.
That would be funny.
It doesn't work. As soon as it got to the thing, they opened it up and saw a guy in there. I mean, you're going to be X-rayed, bro.
It was a joke. It was a
no,
joke.
I
Buddy, we want to see your dogs, dude. We want to see your trays.
Yeah,
We
for
wanna
sure.
See your,
for sure.
we see all that.
We want to definitely see it. All right. Well, we're 117. Let's start wrapping this up. It's thanks, Staxx. You're back for an episode or two. Let's go. You wanted to move out of the room. I don't know why you want to move out of the room. This is what we do. We're supposed to rib each. We can't rib each other. If somebody's gonna get up and cry and walk out of the room, they get replaced. It's okay. You know what I mean? Well, how not? What are you gonna do? If he said to me one day, "Hey Al, I didn't like what you said. I'm out." We gonna stop the show? Of course not. If I walked away and said we're done, I'm sure he'd find somebody else. No, he wouldn't find somebody else. Sherpa same way. If Sherpa's like, "Fuck you guys, I'm done with you," what are we gonna do? Stop
You
everything?
ain't finding another me, buddy.
Yeah,
You're straight right now.
You're good, but there's got to be other people out there,
They
right?
cost a lot of money.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, you are with us in the ride to say, make this happen, and let's all be well.
Only if the jokes can go free range, like my chickens, buddy.
Well, we don't ever want to. I'm gonna say we never want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not that guy. We don't want to hurt.
We're not
anybody's
trying to hurt anybody's feelings.
Nah,
We're
we
complete
shouldn't.
nonsense, baby.
It's complete nonsense. Well, yeah, within reason. Right? Isn't it?
That's a new slogan.
When we say complete nonsense, within not hurting people's feelings.
We will self-censor if we start losing subscribers and money. Just keep that straight.
Oh, so now there's a line. See, there's
a line.
I have the lane. I don't pick fucking lanes. These guys all love the. Okay, sure. I appreciate that.
I'm
Sherpa.
just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, there you
Please
go.
like, comment, and subscribe.
What do you guys say, Big? Thanks for Staxx. We appreciate you coming back. It's always great to see you. You're always a big part of this show. You started this with me, and I hope you carry on with the rest of this. What do you got there, Big A?
Don't call on your neighbors. Pretty simple stuff, right?
I agree.
Leave it alone. Listen, check us out. Subscribe, comment. All platforms, we're on them. We love you guys. We're not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. Leave a review. Grab a brew, baby. Cheers.
There you go. Love it. All right, with that, I appreciate what you do, Sherpa. Yeah, you're cheap. It's fantastic. We like that. And BK, we're hoping you have a good sense of humor. And with that, AC out. Complete Nonsense Podcast is brought to you today by Anglo-American Optical, a 100-year-old manufacturer of high-end English eyewear. Produced in the UK, distributed everywhere. Check them out for all your eyewear needs. Anglo-American Optical, Ltd.com. Also, What Do I Care Optical, an online eyeglass retailer specializing in Maui Jim, Ray-Ban, Anglo-American Optical, and many other brands. They offer the best lenses on the market. Check them out at whatdoicareoptical.com. And lastly, Blue Savage Tea, an up-and-coming apparel company that specializes in custom designs of high-quality clothing and apparel. If you can design it, you can imagine it, they can make it. Check them out, Blue Savage Tea on Facebook, or email them any of your apparel needs. Blue Savage Tea, that's BLU, savagetea@gmail.com.